The Chesapeake Bay, a home to over 3,700 species, including rockfish, herring, oysters, and blue crabs. These four species, being the staples of the bay, are incredibly important to the ecosystem as well as the people who consume the local seafood. With a total of 18.3 million residents, the Chesapeake Bay is home to more than just fish. Gaining around 100,000 people a year, the Chesapeake Bay watershed grows while relative fish populations decline due to reasons such as overfishing. I am Peter Congedo, and I'm joined by my friends Garrett Lash and Hayden Stoll, and this is our journey in monitoring the fundamental species of the Chesapeake Bay. Going under many names, striped bass are commonly referred to as stripers, linesiders, and rockfish. The Chesapeake Bay is the largest breeding ground for striped bass. 70% to 90% of all Atlantic striped bass use the bay to spawn. This brings into the bay larger ocean-going stripers for the sake of breeding. Striped bass were so plentiful at one time they were used to fertilize fields. However, now the seasons are put in place to regulate the times at which fishing can take place and when harvesting is permissible. These seasons are designed to help and protect these fish, especially during times of breeding. Despite the state's best efforts, striper populations hit a critical low in the mid-80s and were given a 5-year-long moratorium on fishing. This brought back the population tremendously. However, stripers are seeing similar decline today due to overfishing and therefore might be due for another moratorium or halt on fishing. Our journey begins outside of the Chesapeake at Chesapeake Island National Seashore. Here, we track the schoolie stripers as they make their way down towards the bay. Schoolies is a general term used by fishermen as smaller stripers prefer safety by numbers in the form of schools. We arrived at Chesapeake after a long drive and set out the surf rods with finger mullet and bloodworms. After a long wait, we finally landed a clear-nosed ray. Although unwanted, this would be the turning point of the day. Soon after, we landed our target fish, the schoolie striper.
Alright, so we've been catching not much all day, but we have been catching. Saw little splashes throughout the surf, and live bait, and actually cut bait wasn't working for us. So I thought I'd try something new. And it's been working so far, but we still haven't caught any stripers, which is unfortunate. There's a fish. Probably another greenback, but oh wait, no way. So this is exactly why we came here. Proof that the stripers are running in these waters. So this is what is referred to by many fishermen as a schoolie. As you can see, here you go. As you can see, it's not that big. But this exact fish can grow up to 81 pounds. That's the world record. Caught in Long Island, New York. So these guys go places. They run across all of these beaches and they eventually travel and they spawn in the Chesapeake. Most, I think about 90% of stripers spawn in the Chesapeake. Now I'm gonna have to release this guy, but just a quick look at how, they got a little bit of blue on their backs. When they get bigger, they actually get purple hints all throughout their bodies. Just slight hints though, it's not like they're purple. This is exactly why we came here. And guess we just gotta catch some more. Oh, it's big. What is it? Oh, it's a bigger striper. So again, we just pulled up another one. Here, can you hold this? Yep. This one is actually a bit bigger. The schoolies that are born at the same time tend to stick together, just like regular schools of fish. So you'll end up with a lot of fish the same size. However, when they run during the same seasons, they're in the same places. So the schools will co-mingle and all get together, and then the schools that split apart from that will have variation in size. The fact that we've caught a new size, which is a little bit bigger, means that the fish are moving down to the mouth of the bay. And in about 2 or 3 weeks, we should see the breeders actually down in the bay, and you'll see us catching them, hopefully. So I'm gonna release this guy because I really don't wanna have a fatality. The birth rate on these fish is at 2.5. The usual birth rate is 60, which means every one of these fish has to go back.